Discover the incredible benefits of Ayurvedic cleansing for weight loss and how it can transform your life and wellness. Hi, I'm Grace, an Ayurvedic life coach, RYT 500 yoga instructor, and a meditation guide. And today we're going to be talking about dry brushing. We are doing here on the Grace Yoga channel a 4-month-long Ayurvedic cleanse, and dry brushing is just one part of that cleanse. And so we're going to go in depth on what is dry brushing, what are its drawbacks, what are its benefits, and any alternatives to dry brushing as part of this Ayurvedic cleanse. As part of the Grace Yoga channel, we're having an Ayurvedic cleanse series going on right now. So we have an overview where we've talked about all 4 months of the cleanse, and then we have different videos on the different tasks or protocols of that journey. And so this one is dry brushing, but you can check out the other videos if you're interested in other aspects of an Ayurvedic cleanse. Dry brushing is an ancient Ayurvedic practice that goes back about 5,000 years. It has many benefits, such as cleansing and stimulating our lymphatic system. It does help to exfoliate our skin, and it helps our bodies detox. Some potential drawbacks of dry brushing could be that it irritates your skin if you do it too rough, or you could over exfoliate your skin if you do it too much. The importance of dry brushing, and another drawback one could consider, is that you have to do it consistently in order for it to be impactful. So now we're going to demonstrate how to dry brush. First, you want to select your dry brush tool. There are many different types of dry brushing tools that you can use. I can show you the first one that I have used myself, that I got for myself, was just a simple dry brush. It's a round little brush and it has a little strap on the back that you can place around your hand and dry brush from there. Now, I actually, most of the time, don't even use this little strap. I will just grab the brush and dry brush my own skin with that. There are some drawbacks to this, because if there's like some hard to reach places like behind the back, like between the shoulder blades, this can be a really difficult tool to use for that situation. So to resolve that problem, I found this brush. It's a very similar brush. It's almost the same size. Very, very close. Actually, it looks like it is the same size. Wait, there we go. There. Okay. So, wow. So, but it's basically the same size as that handleless brush, but this has a handle. So it makes it really easy to get back in there and get to that hard to reach spot between the shoulder blades. Well, that brush is fantastic for that. However, I've also noticed that some days your skin might feel a little extra sensitive, so you may not want to use something as abrasive as a bristled brush. So what can you get? There are these raw silk gloves. And these are good. I enjoy using them on days that my skin feels really sensitive. The only thing that bothers me about them is that it's just a little bit extra work to dry brush my hands. So I'd have to take off one glove and then dry brush one hand. I like to get between the fingers. It's just, I prefer the brush when getting my hands because it feels so good. So that's the only drawback to these. They feel a lot more soft than the brush. So if your skin is sensitive, these are really helpful. Or if you're ever in, say, a Dollar Tree, or I got these at TJ Maxx, they have these gloves like this. These are also great to use as well. Again, I don't like to use gloves so much. It's not my preferred method, just because I really like the sensations that I feel when I feel that brush going against my skin on my hand. And then let's say you don't really want to go out to the store and buy a dry brush, or you don't want to buy one off Amazon or online anywhere, you could use just a simple cloth, just a simple wash rag. Oops. And I like to roll it up. You don't have to. This is just one of the techniques that you could use. There's a tag on there. Take that off. And then you could just do the, dry brush like this. So pick your tool. See whichever one works best for you. Maybe you alternate between the different types of dry brushes that are out there, and just pick which one works for you. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you how to dry brush. And I'm going to use my go-to brush, which is my very first brush that we talked about, the one with the little strap. And you actually start with your feet. So, and you do not do it over, you actually don't wear clothes when you dry brush. But obviously I'm not going to do that on YouTube. But always start with the feet, bottoms of the feet, tops of the feet. And then we go around in circles on the ankle. Anywhere you have a joint, we want to do circles, and then long strokes on those long bones. Circles on the knees, get behind the knees, inner thighs, on top of the thighs, outsides of the thighs. You're going to get all of that and do both legs. And you're working your way upward. Upward. We have some lymphatic glands, in our armpit area and in our groin / like hip flexor area. So you're brushing towards those lymphatic central areas where those glands are, the main glands. On the stomach, you can do it in circles, but you want to make sure that you're dry brushing in from the right side to the left side and down, because this is the direction of digestion. So we're going in circles in the direction of digestion. So from the right to the left and down, and then just back over to the right, up, over, down, right, up, left, down. Okay, got it? Got it. Okay, so this is where doing the back. So you do the back, circles on the glutes, up the back. You can use your long handle to get at the center of the back and over. And then the arms. Oh, feels so good on the hands. Circles on the wrists, long strokes on the long bones. Circles on the elbows. Upper arms, shoulders, working your way to those lymph glands. Doing the chest, switching arms. Circles, long bones, circles on the elbows, long strokes on the upper arms, circles on the shoulders. Good. Right. So then if there's any other parts that you missed, you can work that out. So that's basically how to dry brush, and it should take only about 3 to 5 minutes. And then that's it. So some tips on best times to do the dry brushing and when should you, how often should you do it? The best time to do it is in the morning, because that practice is really stimulating. It kind of wakes you up. So it's not anything that you want to do right before you're going to go to bed, for example. You want to do it when you get up in the morning and then shower afterwards. So if it's your shower day, you don't have to, I know we all don't shower every day. That's okay. If it's your shower day, do the dry brushing first and then shower afterward. Dry brushing daily is generally the practice in Ayurveda. However, if your skin is sensitive and it doesn't feel good for you that day to dry brush, then there's other things that you can do, because the main thing that we're trying to do when we are dry brushing is we're trying to get that lymphatic system flowing. So there are some alternatives to dry brushing. Let's say your skin is getting really sensitive and you need a break from dry brushing. There are some other things that you can do so you can still get that lymphatic flow. You want to have that lymphatic system flowing and get it flowing daily. You don't always have to do dry brushing, so the alternative would be to do some abhyanga, some warm oil massage. Another option would be to do some yoga. We have some here on the Grace Yoga channel. You can also do inversions with an inversion stool, or you can do rebounding. The cool thing about the inversion stool or the rebounding is that they're a lot of fun. I'm going to demonstrate the inversion stool here in just a moment. And rebounding, what that is, if you don't already know, is the small trampoline, and you get on there and jump. You can jump up and down. So those two last options are a lot of fun and a good option for an alternative to dry brushing. All right, so that was me demonstrating what using an inversion chair is, what it looks like. It is so easy to do inversions on the inversion chair or the inversion stool. It feels just so natural to go into that upside down position using one of those, as opposed to doing forearm stand in yoga. Those are a little bit more challenging and difficult. The stool makes it a whole lot more easy and accessible. So I encourage you to try dry brushing, share your experiences down in the comments below. Today we talked about the background and an overview of dry brushing. We included what is dry brushing, what are its benefits, what are its drawbacks. We also talked about and showed how to dry brush, and what are some other things you can do if dry brushing really doesn't feel good that day. In our upcoming videos, we'll be exploring more of Ayurvedic practices that will help with weight loss, such as tongue scraping, revitalizing herbs, and some other things that will really help empower you through your weight loss journey. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to click the notifications button so that you get notified of these transformative videos as they come out through our Ayurvedic cleansing series.